What's up, guys? Today we are going to be replacing a rear drive shaft. This one, specifically rear. I mean, it's about the same for the front. First thing we gotta do is take the wheel off. You're gonna need a 7mm socket or just the tool provided to do this. I'm making this video for the noobs, because I was there one day, didn't know how to fix anything, and I was always searching up YouTube videos to try to find what I need. So here's the video for you. So what you're gonna need to do, get that tire off. Once you get it off, one sec. Okay, once you get off, it just pulls off. See, there's a hex in there, right in the middle. It goes on to the hex that is on the whatever it's called here. So, okay, first you got to take that off. Try to keep your nut in the tire. It's easier to store it. And then what you got, this is what you got in here, most likely. You might not have the metal one, you're gonna probably have plastic stuff. And then the first thing you're gonna have to do is you're probably gonna want to find yourself a screwdriver to pop this off with. So I just gotta grab a screwdriver. I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, I got my toolbox. I just wanted to show you, this is how I store all my tools. It's in a little bin, all the tools I need for this hobby. So I would recommend getting a little bin just to keep all the tools in that you're gonna need, because they're handy to have it. So you're gonna just try to pop this off. Just this little blue piece right here, right on there, that little blue piece will pop off. It just pops right up. You just gotta try to get it off. It's kind of hard sometimes. Sometimes the plastic ones are easier to get off. Oh man, it's hard. So if you're looking into getting the parts, like if you broke up the axle or the drive shaft or whatever and you're looking to find it, and it's a Traxxas, if it's a Traxxas, then go on to Traxxas website and then go on to your model for parts, and then go on to the views, like, so it's like all the part numbers and everything on the body, and then you can just get the part you need and it'll work. So I'll see you guys once I get this blue part off, because it's kind of hard. Can't do it that easily, so I'll see you once I get it off. So guys, it'll just slide right off, the blue piece. Eventually, if you get it to slide off, it'll slide right off this axle. See, it slides right off there. And what holds it on is there's actually a hole. I don't know if you can see that right in there. Can you see the hole? Right, like right there somewhere. And then a pin goes through there. Mine's broken, so I only got half of it. And then it sits onto this. See, there's a little slot for it, so it'll slide on and then it can't spin. So I'm just gonna, next thing you're gonna need to do, you're probably gonna need to just take off this top screw right here with this arm. If I were you, I recommend using a power tool. Get a power tool. Well, if you have one. Don't get one if you don't have one, just for this. Have like any sort of thing, and then you just swap the Allen keys, and then you can just use that. It's much quicker. So you're just gonna take this screw out right in here. Nice and easy. Oh, mine's a little stripped apparently. Oh crap. Okay, I got a strip screw here, guys. It's not good. I'll be back once I get this out. I have a strip screw, so. Guys, the way I got it off, well, I got it loose. Just use some pliers. It doesn't really matter. Just try to get the ones with a little bit of grip in there. I don't know if you can see that. Wrap it around the screw, right? Obviously, pinch the screw nice and hard and just twist, and then it'll get it nice and loose. Maybe probably not that loose with plastic, but like, so if you ever have a screw that you can't get out, I tried the rubber band trick where you stick the rubber band over it and put the thing in. The rubber band kept breaking because the pin is too small. So see how that just fell out? Now you can see that's the broken part of the drive shaft right there. You can pull that out. It might not be that easy. And if not, just tap this with the hammer and it'll knock it right through to the other side. It won't knock the other way. So once I get that out, I'll show you what it looks like, alright? Guys, so I can't get mine out. As you can see right here, I can't get it to fall out. It is probably like rusted on a little bit. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out this screw right here that my finger's pointing at. Take that screw out. It's only a little bit of thread on the tip and then it just slides out. And then you're gonna want to take this out to like concrete or something, or I'm gonna like put it in the vise, just clamp this part in the vise, and then just smack it with a hammer. It'll knock it out. I'll meet you out in the garage, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do. I forgot to show you guys what I was gonna show you how there's like not that much thread. So like I'm gonna back it out. It's gonna come out that far. You see, it won't go any further, right? See how it won't go any further than that? This little screw. It just pulls out after that. Just give it. Sometimes you might need pliers because it's just partially threaded, as you can see. This part will fall right off. Try to remember exactly which hole yours was in. As you can see, mine's all wore down, so I can tell exactly where to put it back in. So now I will meet you guys out in the garage. So as you guys can see at the vise right here, yes, it's a mess. It was me. So you're gonna want to take this end. This is the end you're gonna pinch. Not too hard because you don't want to break it. Just get it nice and tight in the vise. I'll show you guys what it looks like once I get it in there. See, it's in there nice and good, pinched up. Now I'm just gonna tap this piece with a hammer. Oh, it's kind of sliding, so I'm probably gonna have to tighten the vise up just a little bit. So if it does that, you're gonna have to tighten it up. For metal, you can really tighten it. See guys, I'm just gonna tap it. And there it goes. But be careful. You're gonna want to keep this bearing. Don't throw it out. See how there's a bearing on there? Pull that off. Might not be the easiest. Just pull it off as well as you can. You might have to, I forget my way. I don't think I've actually ever had one get stuck on here. So once I get it off, I'll show you guys what you gotta do. Guys, I really can't get mine off this. You guys probably won't have the problem because you probably have new RCs or care about them a little more, not driving them out in the winter as much. So my bearing's getting rusted on, seized on. Luckily, I have a ton more. So, but also, in case you didn't know, there's actually two bearings. There's one on this side, and then as you can see, the one that stayed is on that side. The one that was on this side is the one that's stuck on here. So I'm just gonna I'll meet you back in the house, I guess, and I'll have another bearing for this, and then I'll show you the steps from there. As you guys can see, I'm back in the house, got this. So what I have, I have one bin for tools and like parts that are like, not really parts. And then I have another bin where I have, wait, where is my, yeah, one sec. I'm gonna have to go find my other bin. Guys, found my other bin, was out in the garage. It's just a Cascade, right? But inside, tons of just parts. Like each bag is a separate type of part. See, I got drive shafts, all that good stuff. And then spare screws. So the next thing, I gotta get my bearings. So once you get a bearing, you'll probably already have your bearing from the other one. You're gonna need to keep it though for this part. Let me find it. Right, see? If you want the part number, right there. A couple bearings in there. Some freshies. I'm only gonna use one, because I only need one. I'm gonna keep the part number. Normally don't, but I will. Just grab one bearing. Put your parts back in there. And then you're gonna take this right here. See, there's already one on this side, not one on this side. Just get it, and then just push it in, and it'll settle just in there. Next thing you're gonna need to do, before you can put you can't put it on now, but before you're gonna want to put it back on, here, I got some grass wrapped around here. So you're gonna see it look in there, and you're gonna see that, I can't really show you that well, that right about there, I don't know if you can see it too well, right about there, there's actually a screw. Keep your eyes there. That's actually a really small Allen screw right there. So you're gonna need to take that out. I believe it's a 0.5 size. So I'll show you guys once I get that out. Guys, the screw looks like this. Only a little thread on the tip. So once you back it out a little, if you realize it's not coming out anymore, you just slide it out. And then you're just gonna, this axle will just pull right off, just like that. As you can see, the hole where it was lines up with the hole down there. Can you see that, guys? There's a hole right down there in that little metal piece, and then you line that up with the hole on the axle, and that's when you put the screw in for when we put it back together. So I'll show you. Next thing I'm gonna do, I gotta get my axles actually real quick. Not that one. The front and the rear look different, guys. The rears look like this, have a little bit of different on the end there. See how the metal's a little longer? Whereas the front's metal's a little shorter, has like a little bump out behind it. So you're gonna need these ones. I think these are the extreme. These are just heavy duty. I'm gonna put on the extreme heavy duties. I have some extremes. I would recommend getting extreme heavy duties if you can, if they're in stock. They're just stronger, obviously. I can't find my extreme heavy duties. One sec. I see my extreme heavy duty fronts. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for those real quick. Guys, I figured it out. I'm pretty sure I got one heavy duty rear, one extreme heavy duty front, and one extreme heavy duty rear. But I already put on the front. Wait. Yeah, I guess I already put the rear on, but I thought I guess so. But, so I'm just gonna have to use heavy duties. Oh, this is extreme. Oh, but that's the front, yeah. So, yeah, all I seem to have is just heavy duties. So, for the rear at least. So, I'll show you once I get that out of the bag. Once you guys get it out of the package, it should come with the two and sides. This is one. It slips together, and then it should come with also another little one of those screws. So I'll show you if you don't know what I mean by it slips together. You take these two ends, twist it until they line up with the right ones, because there's different sides, and then there it slides right together. And that's so that your suspension can work while it's still driving. You can do that. So I'll show you what you need to do over here. Is you're gonna need to get this thing and slip it over to that, but you need to get your hole lined up with this hole on there. You know what I mean? So once you slip it onto that, make sure you got your holes lined up, put your screw in. I'll get back to you guys once I get the screw in and all that. So guys, now I got it in there. As you can see, screws in, everything's together down in there. This part's on. Now you're gonna want to take your other half over here, right? This part. You're gonna want to get this, make sure it's the right way, slip this, and put it right through onto there. It might be a little hard at the start. Just gonna have to force it. Okay. Okay, I can't get it on. I guess I'll see you guys once I get it on. I wasn't able to get the other bearing. I wasn't able to get it to fit on. So with the bearings in there, so I took the old bearing out, and I'm just gonna put in two new ones. Because the other one seemed to be blocking it. So I think that might be why it wasn't working. So hopefully that was just the reason. I mean, everything else is fine. So once I get my bearings on here, there you go. Look, bearings in on both sides. So now the axle, or the drive shaft, whatever you want to call it, is all together with this. And then you can see that there's the hole that you put the pin through to make it stay. I don't have any pins though. I forgot to get some. So I've made one before though. You can make them. Well, at least I can. You probably can. Get one of those finishing nails and just cut it to the right length that a normal pin would be. And then you can use that. For now, we're just going to get everything together. So now, you guys are going to want to slide the axles together, right? Get them all lined up. And then get this thing on here. Right up in here, as you can see. Then you're going to want to get the screw that you took out. Make sure it's not stripped. Get it on here. Right? Get it all together. See? And then just screw it on. And then that part's on. Now you gotta do this top part. I'm gonna have to grab a different screw because this one was all stripped out. It's all rounded out in there. But good for me. That's why we keep these. Got a whole bunch of different screws in here. And I'll just look. Whatever one's the same size. Right there. There we go. Oops. There we go. Brand new one. Maybe probably used before because most of these have been used. Get the I'll have to get the bit for it, wherever I put that. Over here. And then slip it onto there. And then you guys are going to need to get, I don't know if you guys can see this too well. There you go. You're going to need to get this, line this up with this, and then just put it through there. Put it right into there. There we go. Sometimes my bit gets a little stuck. Now that we got all that on, we're actually practically ready, done. I'll just have to get a pin for this. So I'll take you guys along. You're gonna want to, if you don't have any, you're gonna need to bring this, because mine always break when I take it out. So you're gonna need your hex. Doesn't matter if it's plastic or not, because we're gonna need it for the length. So I'll meet you guys in the garage and I'll show you what I do to make the pins. And if you guys don't really care about making one, you can probably just skip the video. The next only thing you do, slip the pin in, and you would slip this on, and then you put your nut on, and you'd be ready to ride. Put your tie rack on. But if you don't have any pins, if yours broken, like mine does, and every time I take it out, you're gonna need yourself some bolt cutters, and then somewhere over here, just over here, you know. So I'm finishing now, right here. Make sure, you're going to want to make sure that it will fit in your hex. So make sure, because, here, I got to hold it there. There we go. You're going to want to make sure you have the right size. See how I can tell is, get my part like this, and then see how it fits in there. So what you're going to want to do, cut the tip of the pointy end off first with the bolt cutters, obviously. Don't know what it's, I mean, you can probably cut it off with other things, but bolt cutters are just so easy. See there, clean off right there. Then the next thing you're gonna need to do, figure out what length you're gonna need. Just the distance, kind of, you know, the perfect amount. I'm gonna need about there, so I kind of just eyeball it, you know. I figure, well, if it was gonna go there, then it would probably just need to go to there. So then I just do this. I'm just a big eyeball guy, you know. So much easier to just eyeball stuff. And then you cut it nice and slowly, because you don't want to break anything, obviously. And then check, and if it's the right size, then good. Okay. Wait a sec. Okay. See how mine fits in there nice and perfect? That's what you're going to want. I mean, you can be tad short. And if you're a tad long, just hit it with some sandpaper. I'm probably just going to hit it with some sandpaper, just for normal reasons. I have some down here. Just do like a couple swipes, just to clean up the edges so they're not so sharp. And there you go, guys. And then you'll have the pin. I'll go inside and I'll finish the video. I'll put the bolt cutters away, and you'll be able to see what you need to do, and then we'll just be pretty much lining everything up, putting the tire back on. It's pretty easy to do this, but I know that if beginner, I don't know how to do it. That was me when I was younger. Didn't know what I could do. Like, I didn't really know much. Always trying to find YouTube videos, couldn't find any. So I'll see you guys inside to get the tire on. Okay, guys. So now what you're going to do? Get the pin. See, there's a hole in this. You're just gonna slide it in to there. Oops. I want it to be perfectly in the middle. I'm gonna have to do that over here. Make sure your tire's level. Put it like that. Don't know if you can see. Like that. And then what you're gonna want to do here, I'll try to get the camera like that. I don't know if I can. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still there. And then you get your thing lined up. Slip it on. And then pull it, and there you go. It's on there. Now we just slip the tire on, tighten the nut down. I'll do that for you guys just so you can still see. Make sure you line up your hex though, because there's a hex in the wheel, right? Don't know if you can see that. There's a hex shape, and then this blue part is a hex shape. Make sure you line it up. Once you get it lined up, slip it on. And then you're gonna just need to get your nut, 7mm obviously. And your socket wrench, or whatever. Got it wrong way. Tighten it up. You can wobble the tire like I am, you don't have to. Don't need a reed because you'll just strip the nut. And then look, there you go. Got a completely together car. And if you're wondering what car this is, it's the Hoss 4x4 VXL Traxxas. We post a lot of videos on it, and I mean, if you could subscribe, that'd be pretty awesome, because it's like my second video, just trying to help out people, you know. So I guess we'll see you on the next one. Peace.